Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. It is Brandon. Car vlog video, obviously, if you haven't been able to tell. And as I do that, I'm actually going to pull over a little bit because I'm sending out a t-shirt to Carrie Gow. So Carrie, there's your shirt. All kinds of t-shirt gains. And speaking of gains, that's what I want to talk about in this video. But before I do that and get on my opinions on it, I want to give a shout out to my boy Tony Doe, T-Doe, Pure Aesthetics 93. He's actually getting sponsored by my partnership program, which is Fullscreen. So you guys might have seen some of my other videos. Some of you guys, they really don't like them or say they're not really related to my channel. This one is completely related, as Tony has his fitness channel out there too. And apparently his channel is better than mine because he's getting one of these sponsorship programs and I'm not. But I'm not really bitter about it. I'm just kind of busting balls. So let's take a look at a quick clip. Cool, so that's his channel. If you guys aren't subscribed, go check it out. Tony's been someone that I've been subscribed to for quite a while. I definitely suggest you go in and take a look at what he's got. Now, getting on to the topic of this vlog video, talking about gains. And gains is a funny terminology that's used a lot these days. And I know it's because of TMW, and it's not a big deal because I use that term because of them all the time now too. All kinds of gains. Even Michael Corey talks about going on the gain train and all this, and most of us strive to make gains. That's what we'd like to do. We're all about the gains. That's how we really measure progress, which is cool. That's fine. And oftentimes we make jokes with bro science about this because, you know, we'll see a meal that might not be clean or has, you know, white bread, and we'll say, dude, I can't eat that. I'm going to lose all my gains. And I know it's this on-running joke, which is cool, but I wanted to really take a serious look at it in a sense that talking about gains is good because it can also show progress, and I'm really big on progress. And oftentimes when people comment on my videos and say good job, or, you know, I'm not progressing as much as I'd like to, or I'm not seeing the strength I want to see, the first thing I ask them is, you know, how's your progress going? Are you progressing? Are you getting stronger? Are you able to do more reps, more weight, whatever it is? Because progress is really key to gains, and even if they're minuscule, going in the right direction is really important. The other day I was sitting there on the treadmill, well, not literally sitting, I was walking at a moderate pace, as I tend to do, just to increase my overall energy expenditure. And I was going to my primary gym, aka the gym that looks like a hotel lobby for many of you. And I was doing my cardio there just because they have more cardio equipment and they have TVs, which I like to watch SportsCenter, or for some reason, I don't know if it's just me, but any gym that I go to with these TVs and cardio, it seems like they always play the worst possible stuff on TV. Like, they might have one with ESPN on it, which is good, and that's typically where most people try to base themselves around. But it always seems they have like CNBC or these shows that, like, you know, have stock tickers and stuff on them, or they have a cartoon show like Dora the Explorer, or there's always one with some infomercial, and it's just like the worst crap that no one would ever want to watch. So why would you put that on, especially in a gym setting? But that's a rant video for another topic. So I'm sitting there, and again, not literally sitting because I know someone's going to say something about that, but I'm walking on the treadmill and I'm just kind of scoping out the landscape. And this gym, the hotel gym lobby, I've been going there for 5 or 6 years, so quite a while. And as part of that, anytime you've gone to a gym consistently for a long amount of time, especially going and training at the same time, oftentimes, confusing the fuck out of me, you get to know the clientele, you get to know the people that go, you become friends with some of them, you see a lot of them. And one of the things that I was noticing the other day, as I was people watching or stalking, whatever you want to call it, is a lot of people there just going through the motions, meaning that I've been watching them train for 5 or 6 years, and they do the exact same things, be it exercises, be it weight, and it just literally seems like they're just going through the motions. Now, it's a hell of a thing to go to the gym. I'm really impressed by their consistency because obviously, if I see them all the time that I go, it means that they're in there a lot because I go a lot myself. I go on my off days. I'm there 7 days a week in most cases. But I see them all the time. But just because you're going and you're consistent, that's a big part of the battle, but that's not all of it. Because if you're going and just going through the motions and not trying to, you know, increase resistance, increase tension, really trying to push your limits or trying to improve or progress, I think you're really doing yourself a disservice because you're not going to be making any kind of gains. So if you go in there and you bench 135 for X amount of reps every single time, and then you always go to the next exercise and do the same weight you've always done, you're really hurting yourself in this aspect. And this kind of bridges a couple different subjects depending on how you want to look at it, and I don't want to get too into those ones right now because that's not the point of this video. But for instance, that's one of the main reasons why I like to track all my workouts. I know a lot of people find this to be a nuisance. They don't have the time, it gets in the way, it's a pain in the butt. But if you're on a split where progression is built in, or you only train your muscles once a week, so let's say you do chest every Monday, National Global Chest Training Monday, it's very hard to remember exactly the weights and the reps you did the last time, unless of course you're keeping everything the same. So 135 for 3 sets of 10. Yeah, that's great if you can do that, and initially it might have taken you some time to get there, but if you're not trying to increase that, either do more weight or do more reps, what the fuck is the point of doing that? You're spinning your wheels, and I know it shouldn't really get me mad or angry, and honestly it doesn't get me mad or angry, but it just frustrates me in some cases to see people not being efficient. And that's one of the things that really gets to me. I try to be as efficient as possible with my videos, even though these vlog ones, as you probably noticed, tend to drag on a little bit. But it really infuriates me because these people could be doing so much better, and it's such an easy fix if they just took the time to do it. And I kind of equate it to somebody who's burnt out at work. And I know a lot of those people, I know sometimes I get that way as well, but the people that go and just go through the motions, meaning there's no drive, there's no passion, they've kind of lost interest in what they're doing, and just going and showing up isn't enough. So like if you're in a sales type organization like I'm involved in, I do a lot of sales training, having someone who's satisfied or complacent where they are currently with their role, with what they do, come in, work 8 to 5, make X amount of calls, and if they sell something, great. If not, no big deal, I'll come in tomorrow and do the same thing. That sucks. That sucks because there's no way to improve upon that. There's no motivation. If you don't want to sell more, if you don't want to try harder, make more money, it's the same thing with the gym. You have to be motivated to do this, and it's very simple things in order to do. So I guess the point of this video is kind of a mini rant, but again, not really, because do whatever the fuck you want to do. I don't care. Like, honestly, I'd like to help you if you want help. I'm kind of coming off like an asshole in this video. Weird. But I'm very passionate about this, that I highly encourage you to take a look at what you're doing and ask yourself, is this enough? Can I be doing more? Have I become complacent? And I get messages sometimes from people saying, you know what, I've lost my motivation to go to the gym. How can you help me with this? How can you motivate me? Honestly, I can't. It's up to you. And it's the same thing with this. If you want all kind of gains, if you want to be the next avatars like TMW, you want to stay big, if you want intensity rules, stay swole like Big Ray says, ride the gain train, do hose and rows, curls for the girls, you really got to be the one pushing yourself, because although we can help inspire you in the short term, in the long term, it's up to you. And I'm driving on a bridge and I don't really feel like driving into the water, so I'm going to cut the video here. But I hope that makes some sense. In the meantime, stay big, don't be satisfied, and insert whatever motivational crap you want to hear. Just do what you got to do. We'll talk to you later.